I'm not saying he didn't sign the contract. I wouldn't necessarily say scared of me as a man, but
Gervonta Tank Davis, his fight is been pushed out against Lamont Roach, that rematch.
The highly anticipated Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch has been possibly scrapped following Tank's shocking and controversial arrest, sending shockwaves through the boxing world. Fannin pointed out that the fight was rumored to take place on August 16th, but looking at today's date, he believes it is more likely that any possible matchup would be about a month away at best, since fighters usually need at least an 8-week camp, and Gervonta Davis has not been in training for the past 3 weeks. He added that with no official announcement so far, sources are now saying the fight is being pushed back to a later date.
Right? Because whenever you have a fight, you have an 8-week training camp, roughly. Gervonta Davis, my understanding is, at least what Keith Idec said, has not been in training for the last 3 weeks. So, and the fact that the fight has not been announced, that makes him believe, or sources are saying that they're trying to move that fight either to the 23rd, or what would 7 days after that be, the 30th. So they're trying to push it back a couple weeks. Now, personally, this is my take. When you call something to be rescheduled, and this is kind of why I didn't like the way that Keith Idec did it and people did it, because there's not really been an announcement for August 16th.
However, Lamont Roach has already been in training camp for several days and is pushing forward with his preparations regardless of all the rumors. He has made it clear he does not care about the chatter and wants to be ready well before any official fight date is announced, showing he plans to stay sharp and focused no matter what happens next.
he said when it's all said and done, they gonna remember your name when it's boxing game. You know? I believe it. You gotta believe it. You already made it prior.
In addition, Lamont Roach did not hold back, saying that Gervonta Davis has yet to sign the contract because he is afraid to risk it. Roach took a jab at Tank, claiming Davis knows exactly what he is up against and does not want to take a loss at this stage. He made it clear that in his eyes, Tank is well aware of the real threat waiting for him in the ring.
I'm not saying he didn't sign the contract. I wouldn't necessarily say scared of me as a man, but
Meanwhile, Showbiz the Adult raised questions about why there are even rumors swirling about a cancellation when the contract for the rematch has not been signed yet. He pointed out that there cannot be any official confirmation of a cancellation when no rematch date was ever formally announced in the first place.
My take is this. The fight has been rescheduled from when? It's canceled from what? Dude, the fight supposed to been August, or I never said that the fight was August, what was it, August 12th, or I forgot what the date's supposed to been. But I never made that announcement because the PBC never made that announcement. I never seen posters or anything like that. And I actually forget who was the source to start it. Maybe Dan Raphael or Mike Coppinger or something like that. But I mean, from my understanding, Gervonta didn't even sign the contract for it.
He explained that rumors like this always spread easily, pointing out how a similar situation unfolded when Canelo Alvarez versus Terence Crawford was first announced. Back then, people immediately claimed it was not real, even after press conferences were held. He added that now the same people fueling those rumors are the ones losing their minds as the fight locks in with a stadium and all the details falling into place.
So funny because a lot of people, you know, were saying that Canelo versus Crawford wasn't real, even with the press conferences. When the tickets going on sale, when that fight is definitely moving along, there's advertisement on Netflix, there's press conferences, they've had 3 press conferences, you know, all these things, and the tickets go on sale this week, at the end of this week. The tickets go on sale, I think July 18th or something like that. So they have, like, this is like real. They have a stadium and everything is in Vegas, right, at the Raiders Stadium. So, but everybody was for sure about Gervonta and Lamont Roach.
However, Showbiz pointed out the irony that these same people are fully convinced the Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach fight was happening and then canceled before any kind of announcements, even though there has been no press conference, no official announcement, and not even a single poster from any credible source.
But I don't even see it as it being rescheduled or canceled. Canceled from when? Canceled from what? Rescheduled from when? The fight was never signed. The fight was never really confirmed.
Adding to that, Fanon stated that since the fight was never announced in the first place, this is not technically moving the date, it is setting it, but he also speculated that the reason for this delay is the controversy Gervonta Davis has been involved in.
Obviously never had it set for August 16th to begin with. They never announced the fight. Since they never announced the fight, is this really moving the date? I mean, you know, 6 on one hand, half dozen the other. But for certain, and I've been saying this maybe for the last week, that August 16th, if they didn't get that announced pretty soon, there was no way that they were going to do that. Now, why would this happen? Obviously, Gervonta Davis is going through a lot of drama in his life right now. Very unfortunate situation that he's gets himself locked up into these legal situations.
Furthermore, Fanon made it clear that this is not the kind of situation Gervonta Davis wants to find himself in heading into a fight. He warned that if Tank's focus is anywhere but the ring, he will not be able to handle what Lamont brings on fight night. Roach emphasized that against an opponent like Lamont, Gervonta's focus needs to be razor sharp from start to finish.
That is not the mindset that Gervonta Davis needs to be in when he's fighting Lamont Roach, because Lamont Roach is going to be a very difficult fight for him. But I'm telling you, man, it's just like a comedy of errors that is going on over the last several fights with Gervonta Davis, man. I really hope that, I mean, he's got to kind of make up his mind about what he wants to do. Does he want to be all the way in boxing? Does he want to be out of boxing? That's a decision he really has to make. And I do think it would be smart that he gets his head all the way on without, and all the way on before he fights Lamont Roach, because obviously that was a very, very tough matchup for him, because a lot of people think he lost that fight. So,
but regardless of that, Fanon has claimed that the other reason the fight has not been made is because Tank is also eyeing a more lucrative matchup instead, and he did not hold back in calling these moves by Gervonta a clear duck.
It appears that Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach will not be fighting next, and that Gervonta Davis, has another much more lucrative fight that he is going to take, and some people are going to call it a duck. And hey, man, it might just be one.
On the other hand, Blue Blood highlighted that Gervonta Davis's behavior from the past few fights shows a lack of consistency in his mindset about fighting as a pro. He pointed out that Tank seems to be dangling with 1 foot in and 1 foot out of the sport right now, and questioned whether Davis is even truly interested in boxing at this moment.
28 win by way of knockout. Gervonta Tank Davis, who is 30 years of age, has essentially like 1 foot in the sport, 1 foot out the sport, right? Gervonta Tank Davis is not really interested in the sport of boxing right now. He had, there's a lot of turmoil going on with these negotiations, right? Lamont Roach has agreed to his portion of the contract. He signed everything. Gervonta Tank Davis has not. Why? Because Gervonta Tank Davis is just simply not interested in the sport of boxing right now. He has a lot going on. But the Premier Boxing Champions, better known as the PBC, they're trying to push him in the direction of taking the fight.
In addition, Showbiz advised Lamont Roach to stay active now that his name is gaining traction. He warned that stepping away from the ring and letting the spotlight fade could backfire if the fight with Gervonta Davis does not materialize, and he does not seek new fights. Showbiz suggested that if the Tank fight falls through, Roach should line up another opponent and keep the momentum going.
In the first place, should Lamont Roach move on? I would be looking at, because you don't want to be away from boxing too long, especially with your name just getting hot. I would try to utilize it, I think he would want to stay busy and find, possible, opponents now. I would be looking.
Being already on that track while hitting the bags with power and determination, Lamont Roach is showing he is locked in and ready to go, whether Tank Davis is prepared or not. Roach is making it clear that he is focused on staying in peak condition, so when the fight is finally made, he will be ready.
He gonna be the reason why I catch a beat in fight. Watch.
Champ ain't lying. That joker there gonna be the reason he catch a body. I'm telling you, man. OD.
You already know. You already know. Talk about we on PEDs. We on the ASP.
Let's go.
Let's go. Get him off. Get out of here.
In addition, Lamont Roach showcased his physique, sending a clear message that he is in shape and ready to go whenever the call comes.
I tell Al, that's how he gotta look.
This shit
Boy,
chopped up.
Hey.
Niggas say you get choppy. They said I'm fat, man. Where? What they talk about?
Used to call that
Never.
cut up like a bag of dope. And my line slim, that joker.
I'm a real professional out here, Slim. I ain't one of them fat boys that just be doing anything. I be in the gym, nigga. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Stop playing with me before I fuck this nigga up for real, for it hurt y'all feelings.
According to Roach, it does not even matter if it is Gervonta Davis or someone else. He is staying prepared to step into the ring and prove a point. Moreover, Blue Blood emphasized that while Lamont Roach is already deep into camp, Gervonta Davis has not even been training, especially since his recent arrest. He pointed out that Roach is wasting no time and is already moving on from Tank Blue Blood, added that Lamont should focus on lining up a fight with another champion from any other federation at 135 if the Davis matchup does not come together.
Right? Well, Gervonta Tank Davis has not been training, according to his team. They told me Gervonta Tank Davis has not been training since he got arrested. We know that. Well, now the 25 win, 1 loss, 2 draw, 10 wins by way of knockout, Lamont Roach Jr. is now moving on, as he should. As he should. They're moving on, and they're looking to find a different opponent to stay active. As I said, they should look to fight another champion at 135. Shakur Stevenson, Raymond Muratalla. His stock, Lamont Roach Jr.'s stock, is at an all-time high right now.
I want to unify at 135. Me and Shakur already talked to each other, and if he's available and we can line it up, that's what we're going to do.
Really? Y'all wait, y'all spoke like this? Yo. Let's get this popping.
For sure.
However, speculating that Gervonta Davis might not want the rematch with Lamont Roach and could instead look to fight Shakur Stevenson, Antonio Tarver weighed in, saying that if that scenario plays out, he would lean toward Shakur to get the win.
Still got to put some of those celebrities on there, and celebrity fighters, Tank Davis and these other guys in the lightweight division. You know, he deserved those type of fights.
Who would you lean to? It's a great fight.
It's hard not to lean to the Olympian. The silver medalist that has the amateur pedigree, you feel me? The man can process a fight like nobody business, and you saw that tonight. He made 2 or 3 different changes in the game to give himself the best chance to win. You saw him laying on the ropes early, and then he stayed in the middle of the ring when he was really doing a lot of good work combination style. I mean, the man got a deep bag of tricks.
Backing this up, Clarissa Shields said that if a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis does happen, she believes Shakur would have no trouble handling Tank and could beat him with ease.
Beat him up to the body, to the head. I was yelling all night.
What's next for Shakur?
Man, whatever, listen. Everybody wants smoke with the quote. When I be saying that Shakur can beat Tank, Shakur can beat T.P.Mo. Shakur can beat Devin. Listen, Shakur versus anybody, I'm going to say Shakur. I know what he can do. Shakur is like Clarissa Shields. He's like Terrence Crawford. We cannot be beat. He like a Floyd Mayweather. Shakur is a back club. So when I say he can't be beat, I really mean that shit.
However, there are still plenty who remain hopeful that the rematch between Gervonta Davis and Lamont Roach will come together, and among them is Gary Russell Jr., who revealed that both camps are still deep in negotiations. Russell shared that the fight is likely to be announced soon and could land on a date in either late August or September, keeping fans optimistic that the showdown is not off the table just yet.
Well, to be honest with you, I've never worked with Lamont Roach.
Oh, okay.
I never worked with Lamont Roach. And I also never worked with Tank either. The only history between the two is the fact that Roach is from the area. We got to decide who's the best within the area. So that's one of the histories between me and Roach. And just like with Tank, you know, when I was at the pinnacle of my career, Tank was always one of those guys that was there. It was never no dislike or no bad blood, but we're fighters. I'm trying to see who's the best.
I think it's going to happen. Still in August or might get pushed back? I think they look at still August or September. I think that's something that's still going to come into fruition. They want to see, we're trying to find out who's the best in our area. They want to find out who's the best. You know, me and Lamont Roach, we're actually in the same place. You know, Tank is just a little further out, you know what I'm saying? But I guess we still somewhat consider him, you know what I'm saying, the DMV, you know. So we want to see who's the best in our area. And I know it can only be one.
Additionally, Tim Bradley did not hold back, saying Gervonta Davis needs to get his head back in the game and focus on Lamont Roach instead of letting distractions drag him down. Bradley even took a shot at Tank, warning him to worry about staying out of jail.
Y'all talking about Shakur, and Shakur can't beat no Tank. Y'all tripping. Tank need to worry about Roach. That's what he need to worry about. Yeah, that's what he need to worry about. And he need to worry about staying out of damn jail. Yeah, that's what he need to worry about. Staying out of jail, and he need to focus on who? Roach. Because Lamont Roach ain't coming in here playing.
Furthermore, he stressed that Lamont is not an opponent Tank can afford to underestimate, pointing out that Roach does not care about Tank's power and will come straight at him with full force. Bradley added that Roach is not fazed by the idea of taking Tank's shots and plans to bring the fight to him no matter what comes back his way.
He ain't playing with no Tank. He don't give a damn about no Tank. He don't care about that punching power. He coming to get Tank. Yeah, and it's going to be worse this time. I promise y'all that. It's going to be worse this time. It's a lot going on. Tank going to retire before he has to face Shakur Stevenson. Oh, yeah, he going to retire. Shit, he might not even face Roach coming up here in November or August. Oh, wait, hold up. Was it supposed to be July? When in the hell is he supposed to fight against damn Roach? When? It keep getting pushed back. Yeah, because of him. Yo, Tank head ain't in it, man. When your head ain't in it, when your mind ain't in it, ooh, I'm going against you every single time.
Tim Bradley compared Gervonta Davis's mindset to Edgar Berlanga, saying both fighters seem more focused on putting on a show and getting people talking than actually locking in on the fight itself. Bradley pointed out that Tank's head is not fully in the game right now, which could cost him badly if he underestimates someone as hungry and fearless as Lamont Roach.
Yeah, I'm going against you every time. His mind ain't in it. We just had an example of that. Berlanga, he was all about the show. His head wasn't in the game. No, hell no, it wasn't in the game. Shoot, but anyways, I'm sick of y'all talking, man, for real. Y'all need to be quiet, man. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about at all. Give this man, Shakur Stevenson, his flowers.
In the end, whether the Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach rematch happens or not, Lamont Roach is not letting the uncertainty slow him down. While Tank's future remains clouded by controversy and questions about his commitment, Roach is putting in the work, staying in shape, and keeping his eyes on the bigger picture. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay locked in for the latest twists and turns in this saga, hit the like button, show your support by sharing the video, and jab the subscribe button. But don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss a beat, and we will see you in the next video with more exciting updates.